Alrighty guys, as you hearing is another Dragon Ball Legends video, and this one, I think this video has been requested by a lot of you guys, at least I've gotten it asked a lot of times, right? I think I've done one of these in the past, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do it again, just for the sake of it. We did hit 2K subs, dude. I have no clue what I want to do for 2K subs. I have a lot of different ideas in mind, but I haven't really been solid on putting them to work just yet. I cannot believe we even got here this quickly. Just a week ago, we were celebrating 1K subs, so I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys. We're gonna go ahead and hop into my box. This is a pure free-to-play box showcase right here. And so let's go. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you guys think this is the best free-to-play box or not. So before we actually go into that, we can go ahead and look at my pre-made teams. I noticed that people do want to know what teams I kind of have lined up here, and they're pretty much just random like teams. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really stick to one certain team. I have like this team right here. This was for the Goku event, I think, and then this is for grinding friendship rank because I do grind friendship rank. This is kind of like for like YouTube videos and stuff right here. This was from the Hero Pan video actually. We have this one when I like running this team a lot in PvP. I think this team is pretty good. I don't know if I've made a video on this team, but I really do like the combination of. This is kind of like my scuffed GT, right? Because I don't have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and so I end up just using the Omega Shenron instead. Of course, this is probably like my most like premium team right here, right? This is the team that I have like generated the most resources into, or put the most resources into, right? Because I do have the Zenkai 18, I have the Zenkai Super 17, I have a lot of stars on sale. I completely Z-powered this Android 21 good all the way up to 6 stars from 2 stars. So I put a lot of work into this team. Of course, this is a free-to-play unit right here too that I put a lot of resources into. The Androids is, I think it's safe to say, is easily my best team out of my entire box. And then a powerful opponent team. I think a lot of people sleep on this variation of powerful opponent. I don't think powerful opponent is in no way, shape, or form the best tag in the game, but it's coming along slowly but surely. So I kind of have like at first glance, it just looks like a jumble of regeneration and androids, but the 3 that I use are the top 3 right there. The Super 17, Cell, and DKP, and they all fit on powerful opponents. So sometimes I swap out this Blue 21 for the EX Frieza that buffs powerful opponents so I can get some more defenses on there, but it really just depends on how I feel. This is another YouTube team that I just used the Chi-Chi on, right? And so that's pretty much those teams right there. So we can go ahead and look at the character list. We can go ahead and just filter this out real quick. All right, so we can actually go ahead and look at my Zenkai characters first, because a lot of these Zenkai characters, like a lot of you guys might be looking at this and being surprised by how many Zenkai characters I actually do have. A lot of these, it took a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. So we do have Caulifla right here. I'll go ahead and point out the people that I have spent crystals on, right? The Caulifla, the Android 18, the Zenkai 16, Super 17, of course, and then we have, well, that's pretty much it. Or, well, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku as well, right? The rest of these guys are pretty much like these Zenkai 1 characters right here, like this guy, for example. I got him to Zenkai level 1 through dailies. I do like doing the dailies for the Zenkai units because eventually we will be getting them up to Zenkai level 2, Zenkai level 3. I just got this guy to Zenkai level 1 through the dailies because his banner is currently on right now. So if you're interested in doing dailies and slowly grinding them up, that is something that you guys should definitely invest in. This guy's almost done. I think with this USTR, this next USTR that we have, I can go ahead and finally get him up to Zenkai level 6 or 7. I'm not too sure, but he's almost done. And then I want to go ahead and start working on this guy as well. It's pretty much just like a jumble of like different Zenkai characters, right? Because even at Zenkai 1, like I still do use these units, and I still do find some value out of them. Like other people might say, like, no, like these guys are completely unusable even at Zenkai level 1. You guys have seen me use Zenkai 1 Bardock a lot in some of these videos, right? Especially for the Super Saiyan buffs. I don't think they're terrible. I think they definitely can be made usable, especially at Z1, but I definitely do agree that Zenkai 7 is a completely different beast of a Bardock, right? Especially because I do have him at 14 stars, so that probably would be a wise investment. I got extremely lucky with the LF Zenkais right here. I have the Nameku, and I also have the Gohan. So those are definitely things that you have to consider, right? A lot of this does play into luck, especially when you are free to play. Another thing that comes into play is that you can see my Z level. I'm at 344, right? That's pretty high. I am a day 1 player. I've been playing this game since launch, but the kicker here is that even though I've been playing since launch, I have not, like, I wasn't a PvP player at first. I came from Dokkan Battle, so when I came over to this game and I saw that there was PvP, like, I got scared, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I got unreasonably scared, and so I kind of just was like, I'm not really down for this. I don't know, I was kind of nervous. I'm not gonna, this was before me even making YouTube. I didn't even start making YouTube videos until the 2nd anniversary. So I kind of was just like very like laid back in terms of like PvP. I didn't really get into it until like I started watching like YouTubers like Bebop and stuff like that. They really like inspired me to go ahead and dive headfirst into PvP, and then from there I wanted to do content creation and stuff like that, right? So let's go ahead and filter this by my first character I ever got. We can go ahead and go all the way down right here. Well, obviously the first, yeah, so you can basically see it right here. These are the first characters I ever got, was all these hero units. My very first sparking was this OG green Piccolo. And if you guys are an OG player, you guys do know that this guy was probably like the best unit in the game back then, right? Back when you can go ahead and run any unit you wanted in PvP and still find success as long as you were playing the game right. I really like this guy. I'm not gonna lie. When this game first had came out, I remember re-rolling until I got this Piccolo, right? Because it was just far and known. Like I was going ahead and I was like sitting there on Reddit, like what is the best unit in Dragon Ball Legends? And this was the best unit, correct? Because I wasn't new to re-rolling. I would re-roll in Dokkan Battle a lot, especially for like the new characters like Super Saiyan 4s in particular and stuff like that. And so I wanted to go ahead and give myself the best advantage that I possibly could. And it surprises me to this day that this guy still doesn't have a Zenkai. But I guess they're scared to buff regeneration a little bit, right? So we have all these guys. My second sparking was Pan, who was also incredibly good, right? Her key recovery was insane back in the day. And so these are the first units that I basically got right here. I really do think that it's crazy how far we've actually come. And so, you know, that being said, let's go ahead and filter this by limit break. Alright, so I basically filtered out the extremes and the heroes because I'm pretty sure you guys don't really care about those guys too much. So yeah, this is pretty much my box right here. I have a lot of like, I would say I have a decent amount of 14-star units, like especially when you go into the Zenkais, right? Like I have a 14-star 18, I have a 14-star Gogeta. I should probably get him up to Zenkai 7 eventually. Again, I am only doing dailies for him and stuff like that. I only really go and spend the Zenkais if they're relatively new and if there's someone that I really, really want. Android 18, obviously, you guys know that I am a very avid simp. I have a lot of the females. Like, I have a pretty stacked females team as well. And so I had to go ahead and do it to him. The reason why I Zenkai'd Android 18 in the first place was because my very first Zenkai unit that I used Chrono Crystals on was the Android 16. Because I would use them alongside the Revival Cell back when he first came out on the Majin Vegeta banner. And so that's why I would go ahead. That's why I immediately, before even knowing how good Android 18 was, I went and Zenkai'd her, which obviously it paid off. I would still say if you're a free-to-play player, like she is like your #1 target in terms of who to Zenkai, because she has such a long shelf life. I still foresee her having such a long shelf life. Even with the new yellow Android 17, the MVP 17, like he's not touching her in no way, shape, or form, right? Especially on the Androids team. Like he can go ahead, he can stay, he can chill on the Universal Survival Saga team, but no way is he touching any of the Androids, any of my Androids team, right? So that's why I really didn't sub him for MVP 17 either. I did one multi on them. That's usually my rule of thumb, is I'll do one multi and then I'll do dailies and stuff like that. That's kind of how like I manage my CC a little bit, but I am very reckless with my CC. I spend on every single banner, so if I get lucky, I get lucky. If I don't, I don't, right? That's why you always kind of see me with a low amount of CC. You never see me with like above 10k CC or anything like that, right? It's just always in that low amount. And so we can keep going down. I have some other pretty decent units right here. Like I have, you know, the 14-star Legends Road, of course. I'm going to have those guys. This is one of my regrets right here. I don't have this guy at Zenkai 7, and he was a free-to-play unit. I kind of just slacked off. I'm not going to lie. I had a really bad lack of resources. Even now, my resources aren't looking too hot, right? I only have 929 energy, and that's probably because of this guy right here, because he just came out. He drained all my resources, so I'm still kind of recovering from that. We have other free-to-play units on here, too, such as a Buhan and stuff like that, and make sure to grind up the free-to-play units to 14 stars at the very least if I don't get them to Zenkai 7, if they do have a Zenkai 7 option. And so we can just keep going down. Like this ain't too bad, right? Like I feel like this is a really, really good box, especially for free-to-play. I'm very, very happy with my box. I would not give it up for anything. I don't think I would ever give this account away. I don't think I would ever spend money on this account either, because I think I'm pretty much set. I don't have difficulties in PvP.
Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Right, I have a lot of options to choose from, even though a lot of my teams can be very scuffed besides androids, right? A lot of my teams kind of feel incomplete, but you can still definitely make them work. If there's a weak link on your team, you can definitely make up for it with other units as well, right? That's the beauty of this game, that it doesn't really rely, especially in terms of PvP, as long as there's RR, most of my games, you'll definitely hear me say, like, I have to go ahead and Rising Rush this unit or else I'm not going to win. And so that's pretty much how you have to play the game at that point, especially coming from a free-to-play standpoint. And so we can go ahead and just, you know, I think this guy was one of the biggest annoyances. If you guys know me, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, I want a UI Goku like no other. I think that's like the one unit I actually saved up a bunch of CC for, was UI Goku. I spent so much CC on him, like all of my free-to-play CC. And it screwed me over so bad because all I was pulling was this Jiren. So I was left with a 4-star red Jiren, no UI Goku, and then who came out right after UI Goku? We got the double LS with Gogeta and Broly, and so I had like, I think I was left with like 4k CC, and so I split that up between both banners. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to really get a good outcome spending 2k CC just on each LF banner, right? I didn't get anything from them. So that definitely, UI screwed me really, really badly, and kind of I resent Jiren to this day because of how often he showed up on my summons. Even when the step up went away and it was dailies, I was still pulling Jiren off of the dailies, which is absolutely insane. And so, you know, that's very, very frustrating to me. Other than that, like, I feel like most of these units, like, I have them, like, at 7 stars and stuff like that. I am very good about, like, I would say one of the things I am good about is prioritizing my Z power. I make sure to go ahead and give Z power to people that I think are going to have like the best Z abilities long term, right? Especially like some of those free to play, or not free to play, those very like premium Z abilities, such as like I think the next person I do want to start working on is the Angel Vegeta, because I have him at 2 stars right now, and he has a double defense for Saiyan, so I feel like that's extremely good. This Beerus is very, very close to getting a Zenkai level, right? So I have him at 6 stars. I do have Z power. I have 600 LL Z power, but I'm not sure if I want to use it on him exactly just yet. I'm kind of just biding my time on that. I want to wait until we get something maybe better or anything like that. You know, Vados, I just recently got Vados to 6 stars right here. My Goku Black, I use Z power on him as well. You know, all these people, like, I think with Piccolo, I actually bought his missions because everyone convinced me that he was so good that I should just go ahead and get him to 6 stars immediately. And so that's exactly what I did. And I kind of regret it, but I also don't at the same time. I've used this guy a lot, and I really do enjoy using him. I think he is a top tier unit. Transforming units are generally really, really good, right? I have Frieza at 4 stars. I have Vegito Blue at 4 stars, so I got pretty lucky with them. I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing like they're not crazy LFs in this day and age, right? But they're still pretty good. I feel like they're decent. And so now we're back in like the 3-star range. These units, these are the units that I'm mostly shocked about. As a free-to-play player, I recently pulled this guy. Like he was at I didn't have him at all for the longest time, and I think I finally like pulled 2 copies of him within like the last 3 months, and so I have him at 3 stars. It's actually crazy how long like he was sitting there, like just I didn't have him at all, and he's like one of the OG units, right? I even summoned on his initial banner, and I still didn't really get anything from it. This guy as well. This guy, he's been stuck at 3 stars for a very long time too. I haven't really seen him pop up. I remember when it was the meta with him with the movie saga with Bojack. I had every component of movies except for this guy, and so I was really, really salty about that. And to this day, he's just sitting here at 3 stars. This is where it kind of just like those are like some of the shocking units that I really don't have at high stars, right? I have LF Piccolo right there. I have like the Vegeta, and I have the Cooler. I have the whole like the Cooler movie saga team, right? I have like this Cooler. I have the ROC Goku. I have the ROC Vegeta right here, so that's pretty good. And you know, I have Launch, and I do have the new Yamcha. Like I get pretty lucky on some of these, like especially like when it comes to the All-Star banners. I do say that I do get pretty lucky. The Android banner isn't really treating me too well right now, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's pretty much all the Sparkings right here. And so you can go ahead and these are the only units I'm missing in terms of Sparkings, which isn't too bad. Like I'm missing LF Majin Vegeta. He came out a really long time ago, and I did spend on him, and I spent crystals on him. Of course, like I said, I'll trickle some CC into every banner that I see as long as there's a new character. And I only got Revival Cell from that, and then so once I pulled Revival Cell, I was just like, I'm gonna pull out of this banner. Like I feel like I shouldn't chase after the Majin Vegeta, and then after all this time, I still don't have him. UI Goku, I already told you guys the arc with UI Goku. UI Goku screwed me so hard that I wasn't able to really go hard on Gogeta or Broly, and to this day, I don't have either of those guys. Future Gohan, I summoned on his banner. I got the Android 21 good to 2 stars, and then I pulled out of the banner. I was just like, that's pretty much my general rule of thumb. If I can pull a new unit, then I consider that a dub. And I'm just like, okay, I have to just be happy with this, right? I have to. Unless it's like a really high character and I have a lot of CC saved up, then I'll go ahead and keep going. But for the most part, it's just, if I get a new character, okay, fine by me. Same with the Kid Buu banner. UI Goku was on the Kid Buu banner, all right? UI Goku was on the Kid Buu banner, and I wanted him so badly. And dude, I couldn't get him. I couldn't pull him. And so I ended up just, I got the Angel Vegeta again, and I pulled out. The Powerful Opponent banner, I got the DKP, pulled out. Clap Q, I got hit and then pulled out. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, that banner was just so, I think I did a full rotation on that, and that just was not it, Chief. Only one sparking unit, one new sparking unit, like that was pretty awful, alongside the baby Vegeta, right? The EX one. And then so you have the new androids, and I'm very close to getting this Bulma right here. I think I'm at 940 days, so only 60 more days until I actually get this unit right here. It is a free-to-play unit, so I am definitely very excited to go ahead and have her in my collection. So that being said, I feel like that's pretty good. We can go ahead and filter this by everyone and go ahead and see all the units that I'm missing right here. The EX units are obviously going to add on to it. Some people would actually say the EX units are harder to pull than the LF units these days, right? So I'm missing the LF, or the EX Roshi, EX Trunks, and the EX Baby. But overall, not having these units, like I feel like this is really, really good for a free-to-play player, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think this is the best free-to-play box you've ever seen? Do you guys think this is cap, or do you guys think that you have a better free-to-play box? I'm very, very curious to see. Like I said, I've been playing this game since day one. You know, I have a bunch of time invested into this game. Like I almost have 1,000 days, right? And so I feel like it's been a long time in the making for this box right here. It's very special to me. I don't think I would give up this box for anything or anyone. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, definitely let me know by leaving a like, a comment, or maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.